Hey gang, actually, you know what? Let's do this. Why not? Why not? Is what I say. Do a little plug. Hey Dan and Jaden and Shannon and Adam. Good morning, hello and welcome. Oh dear, headroom is bad, huh? Oi. Hope you're all having a fantastic Thursday. Switched over to a little picture-in-picture for you. Why not plug the morning show as it plays in the background? I understand there's no volume, but at least you'll get a sneak peek at it. If something catches your eye, feel free to hunt that down, track that down. Joe, good morning. Matt and Dylan, good morning. Oh, what a gloomy Thursday it is. As it just started to rain for a second, but I think it stopped. Liana, hi, good morning. Oh dear, as the messages and emails flood in. There we go. Get to watch a little smoothie action here in the corner, courtesy of Mr. Stevenson. Do 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 do. Well, I hope everyone's having a fantastic Thursday. Last time we will meet before our break, which happens today. Well, technically tomorrow, first day. So happy holidays to everyone, if that's your kind of thing. I don't have much for today, all right? Kind of by design. I had told you our last big hurdle was the Spotlight film questions and then the discussion and then the wellness survey I gave you guys last time, which I can touch upon briefly. I didn't go through the individual responses yet. I'm just looking at the numerical data for everyone collectively, all my classes, not just you guys. But I'm going to go through those comments probably today, probably tomorrow, a little bit over break, just so I can get the specificity from you fine folks and figure out what I can do better when we return. In fact, let me pull that up real quick and log in here so I can just give you a quick sneak peek. We'll get into this one, sure. Anybody have any exciting plans for break as far as what they're going to do to relax, unwind, all that jazz? And I also understand if the answer is no, not really, because, well, what are we going to do? Jake, hello, good morning. All right, so as promised, I will keep this short for you fine folks, especially if you're in the midst of wrapping up, some other work or projects for other classes. I always want to try and be respectful to what other classes and teachers are doing. And I know there are a small handful out there that are trying to get stuff like turned in today, either for the end of the third marking period or just to make sure that you're on the right footing heading into spring break. I'm hoping that they're not giving work, but if they are, then I'm sure there's a reason for that, especially AP classes and stuff that are trying to get caught up a little bit. Play video games and eat, Dylan. That is a solid plan. I will be doing the exact same and trying to be as active as possible. I'm also going to take some online courses because I want to just have some structure to my day. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to miss the 5 or 6 hours that I get to sit down and have these conversations with you and, take care of work and stuff. It really helps the day move a little bit quicker. I can't fathom what it's going to be like waking up like now and then not having anything to get up for. That doesn't doesn't work for me. So I'm going to try and stay active a little bit. I'm going to bounce and hope the video pauses as well. Where's my thing over there? Right over here. Let's jump here. So you guys know that when we're back from break, we're going to get into this platform called WeVideo. This is going to allow us to start working on an edit for some video projects that I've got queued up. Now, I'm still developing some of them, but obviously they're going to be simple enough that we'll be able to do at home, and given the confines of our situation where we might not be able to leave the house, or we might not, like, I'm going to be very aware of all that stuff. So we're going to get into how this works when we're back, which I'm very excited about because I've been using it lightly. This was the morning show that we did, not for the last episode, but our first episode. I've been using a different editor every time. So last time I used Final Cut Pro, and next time I'm going to use DaVinci Resolve, because why not try and learn some new things? So we'll get into that when we're back from break. And I'm excited about that because it'll get us back to form. Hopefully it will mean that you have projects that are a little bit, I don't want to say more spaced out, but more conducive to do in and around other work, right? Like if we had a week to do a simple video project, that might mean, okay, that's easier to manage than, a lot of intense paperwork for this class. That can lighten it up a little bit, and hopefully you'll find that entertaining and fun as well. So I'm looking forward to that. Oh no, it started the show over as I'm 20 seconds behind. All right, we're gonna get off of that now. So last little bit, I suppose, honestly, just to discuss briefly today, just to share some of the empirical evidence with you guys as I break my switcher a little bit. Seems like for the most part that folks are doing fairly well, which is good. And I'm happy to hear that. There are going to be, and again, I'm not trying to single out anyone here in the chat, but there are some people that I'm going to go through, and after I read some things and look at some things, I might reach out to individually. So if you get an email from me that's just like, hey, I saw that you said you weren't doing too hot. Is there anything I can do to help? I just shoot me back and give me an idea of what I can do to make things better for you as much as possible. But overall, I was happy to see that we're here. I figured most people would be actually between these two scores. But I'm glad that there's not an overwhelming number down here overall, and I think that's fantastic. I know it was a tough transition into this kind of work style and workflow, but maybe coming back from break, knowing that we're going to get back into this, will allow some of these folks that thought that they're doing a 3 out of 5 with digital learning to kind of have, I guess, a better understanding of how it's functioning and can move on up. This made me very happy. So if you were honest in this, then I very much appreciate that, because that made me feel really good that I'm going about some of the right things for you. And as far as the workload, felt that it was pretty evenly balanced. And I hope that's the case moving forward, as well as we get into some video projects. I'm going to have to just be very understanding about the time frame that I give to turn those in, knowing that it's a new platform and that projects tend to take a long time. So we'll move slowly into that and just make sure that you guys feel comfortable with everything before we get into the hardcore stuff. This stuff I'm going to get into on my own later, as it's a little bit more specific. But that's just kind of a quick recap. And I'm going to put that grade in for the 4th marking period soon. Grades are finalized today, so they're pretty much set in stone and have been for the last few days, since our last big assignment was the Spotlight video, and that was graded over the weekend. So if you checked between now and, like, say last, I don't know, Saturday, Sunday, the grade is what the grade's going to be posted as. And that, ladies and gents, is really it. I mean, I didn't want to bombard you with a new lesson or activity today, and I didn't want to take up too much of your time knowing that we're heading into break without an assignment. I want to hold true to my promise there. And so I just want to thank you for doing the best that you can to adapt under these circumstances, especially with a class like TV production where, I don't have a plethora of, paper assignments and research things like lined up that I can give you like some of your other classes, or I can't assign math problems and that. So I understand that, and I want you to understand that I'm trying to be as creative as possible to give you things that I think are meaningful, and I'm hoping that you find them to be meaningful. Um, on some level. And I don't mean that you like it, but you can find things impactful and meaningful even though you don't necessarily like them. So, like if you didn't like the film, for example, I'm still hoping you walked away with something out of that that you can look at and go, okay, well, I am glad I saw that and that we talked about it and we watched it. Um, so, the only other thing I have left for you after just saying thank you for all your work, thank you for coming to these live streams. I know it's a little unorthodox. I'm not entirely sure what other teachers are doing outside of the occasional Zoom meeting, but I really like this format, and I'm going to read into your notes to see how you feel about that as well. Um, but it means a lot that you make an effort to come. Every time that we have a class, I think it's good to establish a sense of normalcy. I think it's good to have some personality present. I couldn't fathom just posting stuff on Classroom and walking away. So, other than that, I hope you enjoy break. I hope you find some time for yourself. Try and keep yourself busy, learn a new skill, be creative, color, draw, do puzzles, hang out with family if you can, and find time to unwind, relax, and regroup, and know that when we come back, we're a little bit closer to getting back to normal, and that's all we can hope for is that everyone gets through happy and healthy on the other side. So I'll leave this time for you. If you guys have anything you want to talk about with me, if you guys want to talk amongst yourselves, you're more than welcome. If you want to bounce and go back to sleep or bounce and go take care of other work for other classes, go for it. I'll hang for a little bit, give you guys time to chat if you're so inclined, and let me know what I can do to help you. Don't hesitate to reach out over break as well if you're bored or if you just, hey, Mr. Leonard, random question. I saw this movie and blah 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 blah. Like, do it. Awesome. You guys know I'm going to be sitting around the house as much as you're going to be sitting around the house. So if you're inclined to reach out, don't hesitate. I'll be here to putz around with and enjoy. All right, and we'll see you guys on the other side. So, like I said, I'll hang here for a bit. If you guys want to stay and chat, more than welcome. If you guys want to bounce, 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 and we'll see you after break. All right, adios. Just turning the mic back on to say hi to Lily. Hi, Lily.